I'm so sleepy today, Jesus Christ.
Same actually. Maybe getting up at like 7:30 AM to catch the wall scrum was not the best idea.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Alright,
we're alive, I think.
Yeah, we are live.
Yay!
Oh, damn it. Well then, hello Fangame Marathon. This is Mushie64 over here. We've also got the creator, well, one of the many creators of this ROM hack, Agwab2 on the commentary seat.
Hey,
Hi Agwab.
it's me, Agwab 2.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Fangame Marathon?
And today we will be presenting Serene Fusion, which has 80 stars and a little bit of a weird category title. I'm gonna explain this real quick before we start the run. So basically, well, there's a lot of content in this game. It is one of those modern ROM hacks with a lot of custom content, Easter eggs, stuff out of the way, and stuff in the way actually, aka intended routes that just do funny stuff and show cool gimmicks, mechanics, and so on. Now, a usual speedrun would destroy most of that. So I have decided that instead of calling it a regular 80-star speedrun, I'm going to do a 100% speedrun with collecting all the stars, but then also showcasing a bunch of these things that are happening in the game. It's just filled with everything. Stick around to find out what's going on. This is considered currently the best ROM hack out there, at least if you go by romhacking.com ratings. So, yep, the bar's supposedly pretty high.
Was the top
Yeah, for a couple of days because someone gave it a 10, but yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should just start, I guess maybe maybe about the live runner then.
Yeah, it will be packed with content, so let's just get it right into it.
Countdown?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
And we are on with, I think, guaranteed slow reset. So, yep,
Oh yeah.
a few extra seconds for it.
Always slow resetting. We can do much
Awesome.
about it, it's just a thing.
So, yeah, we do some stuff over here that you shouldn't really pay attention to. It's all fine, and whoops, I died immediately. If you, if you saw on the title screen, it also said made for Fangame Marathon 2022, and you might remember this ROM hack, or at least specific parts of it, from the blind SN64 race that was presented last year, this very marathon. So, first off is the Dice Fortress level over here, and we can immediately get into yet another topic over here, which is how this ROM hack is in part a remake of one of the first ROM hacks, one of the ancestors of Super Mario 64 ROM hacking. And that would be Super Mario 74, with the remake aptly titled Project 74. So, this is course 1 of Super Mario 74, or the Project 74 remake, Dice Fortress. It is almost as iconic as you could say a Bob-omb Battlefield is for the vanilla Super Mario 64. So it's quite a piece of ancient history for Mario ROM hacks, or I don't know if we should filter ourselves, call them fan games industry?
Nah, I think we're fine. We have the right to say ROM hack. We can be proud of our legacy. That
Awesome.
The wrong word. Anyways,
yeah.
So Mushie mentioned that it is course 1, so it's supposed to have 7 stars, but I decided that 7 stars in such a tiny course is a bad idea, so instead we have a red coin mission that basically encompasses all these 8 stars, all these 7 stars and basically 8 red coins. So the gimmick here is that you only have 10 seconds to be outside of the safe zone, otherwise you're getting the level reset. Sadly we're not gonna see that for much longer, because Mushie is just done with this course. He also managed to get all 3 caps, which is gonna be particularly useful in couple courses. But yeah, we definitely did the cap.
Nice bonk. Yep, I'm gonna say that that bonk an interactive exposition, one of the first in the marathon, I like this game a little bit too much, so I might have taken a note or two from it. On how to do bonks, unfortunately, and not how to avoid bonks. So, sorry in advance for all the bonks you're going to see throughout this run. With that being said, welcome to the first actual course of the game, Azure Abyss, which covers for the 74 course 3, which is also the same name. Typical of that one course was that it was a huge hole of water, as you can kind of see over there in that section of the level. We have kind of a similar story here, but it is spiced up with a whole lot of stuff. Which, thank god, because who likes playing water levels, honestly?
Who doesn't?
I mean, yup. If you're feeling spicy, I suppose.
I'm feeling spicy today.
Hell
Anyways,
yeah.
So this parts of the ship wasn't an original course, but I decided it would be really weird if it was just a large chunk of water, so I put a lot of ship parts that also managed to add some curvature to the water here, if you will. Ooh, nice double star spawn, I think, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly a double star spawn. So I found out there's a way more consistent setup than what I originally tried to do. I found about that just yesterday. So I'm really glad that I managed to do and showcase it here. Nice missing the star at the end. Yeah, this couple of stars shows a little bit of a theme with the 100 coin stars in this game. They are less painful than they usually tend to be in ROM hacks. Certain ROM hacks decide to just throw away 100 coin stars completely because they're just that annoying. If you're a long-time player at least, I don't know about casuals. But yep, in this game there's an abundance of coins, the levels are well sized enough that we can just get done with them pretty quickly. Okay, it seems that I forgot about a certain trick that I don't know if I will be showcasing at this point because I'm just getting the clownshell star intended. Yep, you could see those clowns were feral compared to the usual ones. So
You can still try to skip the Extreme Edition section if you really want to.
yeah, except I have a problem that I don't really want to. Okay, wait, what the hell am I doing? Oh god. Yep, that's the wrong way, but at least that way I can show the speed highway here. Which was built to also minimize the pain not only from swimming in water, but also from walking around the level. Agwap and Genk sure are masters at optimizing that kind of stuff. Minimizing the downtime in the game. So that's why over here we are going to get a bit of a boing ride with a Monterey. I hope you enjoy.
Of course, isn't it nice?
Yeah, look at that star over there. I might go for it next time. Why not?
Yeah, should give it a
Seems easy.
shot.
Yeah, I think I should be able to do a skip there. Okay, so fun fact about the Manta, you have a lot of control here. You can hold the A button in order to fall slower from the twirl, or you can hold the Z button to fall faster, which the latter is not a feature in the original Super Mario 64 even. So, yep, lots of quality of life to notice already. Yep, there's the Boeing. Now, let's try to get that other star over there, shall we? It's not gonna be that interesting, but I mean...
I didn't even know you can do a skip like this. That's it.
Oh, really?
This setup seems really hard. I wonder why. Oh, you did it.
Oh, damn it!
Oh no!
Oh, I got trolled! How come did that happen? Well, we are gonna explore the story of that star a little bit further in a little bit later. Instead, we are gonna get involved with this section, which Agwap mentioned something about an EE section earlier. This is actually taken or inspired from the Super Mario 74 Extreme Edition counterpart of this level. Yeah, there's a lot of interweaving between the two because both 74 and its Extreme Edition are quite influential in the ROM hacking community. If 74 was the first major ROM hack of full length with custom levels, then Extreme Edition was the first major Kaiser ROM hack with custom levels, or Extreme if you will. And it involves some tricks which may look like this. That was an arch wall jump. It's really weird to me that in such a casual hack like Serene Fusion, it's required in course 1. But yeah, at least you can retry easily, because that water you saw rising, if you fall in there, then you just get put back to the next safe platform, or the previous safe platform that you last touched. Okay,
To be completely fair, the main reason
Yep.
why I even added that section in course 1 is to weed out some of the players that are gonna have troubles in later course in the game. After all, when this game was made for the Fangame Marathon 2022, all forerunners were really good at video games. I think all of them were Kaiser competitions after all, so I at least had to make them
oh damn it.
at least try to do some tricky platforming and just not make them too bored of the game.
Okay, so for the...
Mushie is also showcasing the regular route for the star,
Yep.
but those
Having a
pills
little
has
bit of a problem
really
with the
have
skip.
some... Yeah, those pills have some really weird collisions, but sadly, Mushie couldn't do it. It's okay, it doesn't matter too much. So
Yep,
this
and-
cave is pretty weird. When you go around it, the level changes. Now it was all happy and stuff, now it's filled with lava. Just like the, again, Extreme Edition reference. And now the trophy is also gone.
And that lava pit over there, yep, that's exactly how the Extreme Edition counterpart of the water level looks like. So we've got full coverage. Shoutouts to probably Arthur, but probably also Agua for making this a thing. Like, ultra reference, this game is just filled with those. And one more star over here, in which we actually get involved into water for once. Could you imagine that? So yeah, we've got this time switch over here.
We don't have to be involved with water too much, because if you touch the water after press the switch, the timer runs out like 10 times quicker. So you can't just cheese your way and swim to the star. You actually have to do the platforming instead.
Is Gen Soul Skydrift the name of the hack? If someone hasn't changed the title, that's their cue to do it, I suppose. The name of the hack is Serene Fusion. And now, this level, you might quickly notice a theme here, a style and a gimmick, maybe even the music. Now, I'm gonna say a thing that I will only be able to say like once for this. This is my level. I made this, smiley face. Well, kind of.
Except I also put a bit of stuff in it.
Yep. Well, I don't know how much we should go over that story for the sake of everyone. Oh, goddammit. But yeah, basically, as is the case with multiple levels in this rogue hack, like I created the main parts of the model, I took some of them and like spiced it up even more, and finally the programmers which were involved in the gang for this rogue hack made some custom gimmicks, for example the gravity switching for this one, because I always intended this remake of the 74 Vanish Cap level to actually become computer styled or styled after the VVVVV level of the same name, Predestined Fate. But couldn't make it with much more than just suggesting that the music is that way and like some graphics that
style. I forgot to change the name of this course. It still says Predestined Fate. Oh, that's a big mistake on my part.
Wait, what is it supposed to be?
I don't know what it was supposed to be. I couldn't think of a way to name this course, so I just named it the way the song was named.
Yep, and it's the crown.
Like this. I guess no one complained about it, so I call it good enough.
Hell yeah. Yep. I mean, I suppose it fits in some weird way, because at the end of the day, the aesthetic of this level is still pretty weird. Okay, now we're entering an interesting section. This is the no A presses section, which means, yep, I cannot jump or use the A button for anything else, which means I'm going to flip gravity only in order to move, just like the true V6 experience. I'm surprised by how many people had difficulties with figuring that out for this section. It's like, that's the main gimmick of the level. Why are you forgetting about it? But here we are.
I try to make sure the gravity gimmick is used for every single red coin in a different way and form. So people would have to get at least somewhat good at the gravity flip gimmick, and it's kind of a learning curve really, so if you manage to get all the 8 red coins first time, your next time is gonna be significantly quicker. But honestly, when the gravity is flipped, Mario controls feels significantly different, surprisingly enough. I think that's also true for I Wanna Be the Guy Fangames. When the gravity is flipped, it feels really weird.
And for that last red coin section, this is particularly true because wall kicking changes your gravity, and that's something, as it turns out, pretty weird, confusing, and many other things like that. It's just, well, if you play it, you might be able to feel it. And oops,
what is happening?
I finished upside down, so yep. This is the mandatory DuckTales Moon theme, or as I like to call it in short, Moon Man, of every Agua Pro hack, or like this one in particular.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 other ROM hacks that uses the same Easter egg where you can trigger the DuckTales by flying out of the map.
Yep, I think we managed to showcase this in both another Mario Adventure and another boss battle test for this marathon. And here's a side level. A typical one in SM64 ROM hack, so it's not gonna be the highlight of this ROM hack with many custom mechanics or really exciting stuff like that. But it's gonna showcase that we are going nuts when it comes to the word slide. You expect just going down? Nope. Here's some nice, probably way too difficult for casuals, wall kick sections. There's some spikes at the top to make sure that it's even more dangerous, and yeah.
I'm not entirely sure what Warwick was cooking with this slide. Like, I have to add 2 checkpoints in to make it somewhat reasonable for the players. I I guess Brodiot was inspired by Naruto Doom here with his Kaizo intentions here, because I cannot imagine anyone doing it without checkpoints, honestly.
Yep. Or maybe we have another problem in the entire community, which is that we became, whoops, wrong camera. That we became way too good at the video game, so now we're just making such stuff for each other that are, you know, we would call this medium or easy difficulty. Most other players that are not involved with the community will probably beg to disagree. But, yep.
This you still have to weed out even more noobs out of this game, so that's always a nice change. Anyways, more Brodiot courses. It's time for course 2.
Yep, here's a spoiler, this is also a Brodiot course.
Which is also a SM74 remake course, but this time it's not course 3, but it's course 13. So it is a little bit out of touch regarding the difficulty of the hack, but also who cares?
Who cares? Yep, I have to say that there is a little bit of a flavor of who cares in Serene Fusion, at least with regard to shaping their own hack together like one thing. But that's probably the only like remotely negative thing I can think of to say about it, because the levels themselves on their individual rights are just hella quality.
We probably should also mention the gimmick here. If you press the L button, the lava and the save ground switches around. So...
Yep, which is, by the way, mentioned on that sign over there, you can see for a little bit at the end of this star. Fun fact, if you're a speedrunner, it's possible that you don't read signs, then you just completely miss out on the gimmick, and then you assume that the timer just keeps running and you're dependent on it, and you cannot achieve good cycles. This happened once to one person who I managed to educate that you can in fact press the L button and the game tells you about that, and yep, that way you can schmooze. I think I'm just gonna do the... Wait, can I do the 100 coins? No. Yep, forgetting out midrun. Professional. I'm just gonna go for the stars over here instead. I might do the... like the golden bar section. That sounds like a good idea. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, they are right there.
Oh, damn it. I'm getting bullied. That's not a good idea, getting bullied, guys. Try to prevent that in your lives if you can. So, yep, now in this section we have even bigger golden bars. I see the star over there. This should be simple. Oh, yep. Cheeky little. But maybe this time I will get it and... as I said, the star doesn't want to be obtained today. Oh well.
It's just way too elusive.
Alright, I'm done with this star. I'm gonna flex on it. Watch this. Yep. Well,
very nice.
Yeah, this star just doesn't want to be obtained without going through all of its chicanery over here, so I'm just gonna go for it like this and... Oh, damn it. Yep, I achieved the skill issue for getting the star wrong out of this puzzle out here. Now this time it's the right one for sure. There we go. Community power creep, ever-present problem. God damn it. Well, at least we are more alike than I always assume, so... Well, that's a good thing, I suppose, maybe?
I have one thing to say to Wolsk about the difficulty of the SM World Conference. I have been playing I Wanna Make a Sandwich for the past 10 hours, and I'm still stuck at the final level. Just saying.
Just saying.
The Fangames are fucking impossible to hold me.
Yep. I think my Fangame adventure stopped at I Want a Bread, which is interesting because that's like a Fangame skill rating silver difficulty, which is like, yep, that should be medium or easier.
Pretty sure Make a Sandwich is also a silver game.
Hell
Those
yeah.
are impossible.
And in the meantime, while contemplating on the Fangames, we got through the Dirty Bubbles climb. Yep. That's an inside joke that's referenced over here, but yep. It's just funny to see how it was implemented, I suppose. Okay, that's a really bad thing. I suppose I'm... Whoop! Can I save it? Nope. Awesome. Yep. So, like, I'm trying not to use the biggest speedrun skips throughout the run as to showcase how some stuff work intended, but I will still be trying to do some speedrun skips here and there in order to save a little bit of time. And it might also fail. That's, you know, like a typical speedrun. So we are going to this section with the frozen house, which, if you peeked in the upper corner for a little bit, you will have seen there are some crazy rotating platforms over there. I don't know what's the deal with them, but let's press this switch and see what happens. And the platforms stop rotating that crazily. basically almost stop rotating at all. So, yep, that's something.
This section was really rough for casuals, mostly because of the momentum, and lots of people are not really used to momentum in SMST round hacks, but in decomp hacks these days it's pretty often to have a momentum for the platforms.
Yep. I
Tends
myself,
to move you outside of the place where you need to be.
yeah, I myself cannot judge if I'm a fan of momentum in wrong hacks, especially with modern introductions or not. Even in Vast Impact, which was like the only example. Okay, I do actually need to do the 100 coins now, so let's get going. Nice.
Oh, you actually do hundreds with the emerald. Wow, that's like crazy.
Yeah, 100s with the emerald. I'm gonna say in short, it's gonna suck, but that out of the way. Yeah, let's just get going. Let's just get to doing it.
Anyway, so probably we'll try to explain what is gonna happen up after Mushie will start going on the emerald. So basically there is a auto-scroll section in this course, but while you are going on the auto-scroll section of this course, the track is not completely full. It means you need to make sure it is switching around between different states, from the active state to inactive state, to enable certain segments of the track. So now you see Mushie will land on the emerald, and you see there is one track that's completely full and one that is like white. And the Mushie entered the switch, which switched the white tracks and the like semi-colored tracks. And you need to keep doing that in order for emerald to be at the end of the path. And it's impossible to beat this without. Oh boy.
Yep,
well, that's unlucky.
this is the hardest section of the track, unfortunately, that I keep up messing up way too often. It's easier if you don't have to worry about the coins, but if you want to be speedy, then you do the coins off the track together with pressing the emerald buttons, and so this happens. Right now, instead, I have quite a lot of time to wait. If you press these buttons, yep.
You probably should collect the box in the bottom, or I'm not going for hundreds now.
No, I'm not going for 100 now. Yep, unfortunately, I showcased what I was just going to talk about. This emerald is going atrociously. As expected, honestly. Which is, if part of the dashed track is activated, and then you press the button thingy for the next part, the previous part immediately disables. And if the emerald is over there, it also fails. Like, if you're too late, you fail. If you're too early, you also fail. Yep, this is a true auto-scroller. So yeah, land over here, wait a little bit. And now to clarify about the coins, I counted my coins, so I knew that I don't need to get the box even if I fail this much. Because now I have 95, now I will have exactly 100. I would probably need to get the box if I messed up the blue coins, but that was probably the one thing I didn't mess up in this route. For this attempt.
Yeah, also I probably should mention a very common thing in this ROM hack and really in all the modern ROM hacks, that lots of segments here are retryable. So if you just mess up the auto-scroll, for example, but not press the switch, it will just tell you press Alt to restart or Alt to reset, and if you put at the start of the section. It is somewhat of a new thing in ROM hacks these days, like I would say like only like 1 or 2 years. People actually started to care about casuals and giving them a quick option to restart, and generally being significantly less punishing for the mistakes.
Yep, and tell you what, if you care about casuals, your ROM hack is gonna score generally highly. Who could tell that there's such a relationship between stuff? Just saying.
Anyways, so this win cap is kind of a reference to Sonic Adventure. Not sure if you noticed or if you know about Sonic Adventure 1, but this is track from the Tornado sequence in SA1.
Yep.
And the course itself has a music from Sonic Adventure 1, it's Red Mountain. So it's kind of a fitting theme after all.
Wait a minute.
In the story.
I will use the second cannon just in case, because I don't think I'm gonna preserve enough height for all the rest. Of course, the trade-off is that I'm gonna feel uncontrollable in the next part, but yeah, I'll deal with it.
You can just land somewhere and just start the fight together.
Yep, if needed. I prefer doing it in the swag way though, like this.
Yeah, looks swaggy.
And it's also faster.
Probably should also mention that the win cap timer was raised to like 3 minutes or something like that. So
God,
you don't have to worry about having to refill the win cap.
Yeah, I thought it's infinite basically, but for some reason I still get the second win cap in runs if I do the rotation around the level the other way.
It's definitely not infinite. I'm sure of it.
Well then. And sadly that's the only time we see the wing cap with the wing cap music in the game, which is a shame because it was truly banging. But I mean, we have a suitable replacement coming up next, because if you missed Toho after the last 30 minutes of not seeing Toho since last run, here's the Toho. It's basically mandatory for SM64 ROM hacks to have a Toho styled level, for some reason, especially when the creator SM64 Pi is involved. Sometimes Broadview too, but yep, you can notice that in other ROM hacks if you start playing them. So yep, a pretty easy level over here. I mean, there's just this red coin section that is one of the fastest I have probably ever seen, so I suppose it will be over quickly. Probably sadly for everyone. The pipe twice as...
There's a pipe over there, I wonder. What would
yeah,
it be?
there's a pipe, maybe it's a boss fight. Nah, it's just more of the level. Well, now here's a really interesting section. You must watch for where the like the save ground is located, or instead you can just kind of long jump through every 2 squares, because that's just how it ends up shaping out. And we continue immediately with even more stuff, which is the library maze. One of our favorites is just going through mazes, because I don't know what's wrong with us, but there we go, we have a maze.
Yeah, this course is just a collection of multiple trials or puzzles that you need to solve in order to progress. Thankfully this quiz is really easy because it shows you where the safe exit is using sparkles. Here it is a gimmick with the mirror Mario, like if Mushie will turn the camera you will see the mirror Mario.
Yep, there's a mirror Mario. And there's a coin arrow over here. I wonder what this coin is doing. I hope you paid attention, because here's the test for this coin. So I'm gonna be collecting the coins in the maze here instead of using the actual route for going through the maze the fastest, just to illustrate the point even harder, because for casuals, yeah, I don't think many people tend to notice. It doesn't matter.
I really try to make it as obvious as possible, but I still try to keep it a puzzle after all, not just completely ruin it.
And lo and behold, you managed, because, yep, the overall level of confusion with this puzzle is, yep, appropriate. And now here's the last room, which gives anxiety to everyone who plays it for the first time. You see, there's a bunch of stars here, and all of those stars do different stuff. There are some coins, there are some secrets, there are Goombas, flamethrowers, and you might be scared about picking the incorrect star and getting thrown and kicked out of the level without the star counting. But actually it's completely safe other than the enemies being there. So just get going. Now, unfortunately, I think we exhausted our Toho budget for the ROM hack, but worry not, because we've still got a little bit of Deltarune over here, which should be close enough, especially with the style of that level. Oh, god damn it.
Well, you can also show the intended way for the star. Isn't that nice?
Nah, I'm actually getting the other star nearby with this skip, but I'm just gonna do this skip a second time now that this happened. We've got time. So basically this skip that you just saw with the very high jump at the start of the level from that spring, it can be done for like 4 or 5 stars of the level. It just completely destroys this level in a speedrun manner. This is one of those examples where I'm just going to showcase stuff instead of using that skip and being fast, because it's a shame to skip the entire level in my opinion. You're gonna see some pretty interesting stuff. Right now, promise.
Yeah, I have a strong suspicion that the creator of this course actually planned to use Toho song, but they told me to use Deltarune instead. I'm not sure what's wrong with them here, but I think this song fits a bit better after all.
Yeah, a little bit of Project 74 insight here. As far as I know, the rationale for the level looking like that is that this was one of many grasslands courses in 74, respectively the Project 74 remake. So this was a way to spice it up a little bit by changing the style into still kind of grasslands, but in Toho style, as far as I can tell that the style is. Anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna do the 100 coins next, because the star set race with Koopa the Quick, and indeed, we've got a Koopa the Quick race there. So yeah, this level is also similar to Bob-omb Battlefield, not just because of the theme that I just discussed, but also because you can do a similar thing if you're good enough or TAS or something, except in this case I'm gonna do it RTA, to collect the 100 coins while racing with the Koopa.
You must be really good at racing the Koopa in order to collect all the coins.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a risk, but I'm willing to go for it. Because sadly some parts
you only have like what, like 1 second of video wait between the race, so you gotta hurry there, you know?
Yeah, like, look at those sections. This is the climb we skipped with the other spring, and I opted to even, like, not skip it, so, yep. There's a lot of coins here. 95, 99. Oh, I'm just gonna grab the star over here. Yep. Yeah, with so many coins, you can have a little bit of variation with which coins you grab for the 100 coin star. Suffice to say, I never follow a proper route. But yeah, I managed to do it in a fast enough way. 38.4 is good, so yep, now we are waiting for the... Wait, what? Where Koopa? What the? What do you mean, where Koopa? Have we got the...
Music is about.
Have we got the Koopa to bug? Like, you know, guys, there's a meme when the Koopa quick forgets his route and just stops in place, and oh my god, he actually did. Oh my god, why? Yep, Koopa the Quick needs our help to finish this race. We will just need to tell him our numbers of the credit card and 3 digits from behind. Okay, anyway, that joke. Yep.
Surprisingly enough, I actually didn't think about glitching out in the wrong text. It was just an idea that I had for like ages to make a Koopa that you need to help to overcome the slopes, because normally Koopa just climbs any wall you
Dude,
if you
this
don't
only...
steal that ability from the Koopa, it becomes pretty worthless.
Yep, you're so quick I couldn't even snap you one during the race, that's what the Koopa says. Whatever that means exactly. I have a vague feeling I understand, but also I'm not entirely in the clear, but yep. Koopa 2 so unfortunately. So yeah.
Just a vanilla text.
Yeah, about that. But anyway, burning red coins desire. Yeah, let's see what happens over here. Now, I can use the sprint to skip the climb though, I'm not putting myself that much restriction. Especially if I'm gonna go into, what is this section? Okay, so, yep. That is for sure a reference to the Super Mario 74 layout. God damn it, get the red coin. Let's see. Because it also contains, although again in the Extreme Edition, some holes within the flowers to make the red coins harder. Because otherwise they would be suspiciously easy just walking around flower patches collecting red coins like that. Something like that is recreated here with the lava on the floor, and also this gimmick. Which makes it so that when the beams cover the floor, you also get hit by lava. Which I don't know if I managed to illustrate a single time so far, or if I just suck it with the lava on the floor. But yeah. So that's how to spice up a red coin section. Pretty cool in my opinion. There's also the warp over there, so if you fall down there accidentally, you're not forced to grab the red coins or like quit your 100 coin star mission. This makes you feel like you have to play Super Mario 74? Okay, yes and no, because keep in mind... No. Yeah, there's a... Yeah, you can play it for like Legacy, but it's probably similar to what's one of the ancestor Fangames in the I Wanna Be the Guy Fangames community. I suppose either Fangame or stuff like Wolf Trap, I hear is the name. And they're probably the same situation. Very old, very influential, one of the first, yada yada good stuff, but also don't hold up in quality throughout the years. That's what could be said about Super Mario 74.
What was supposed to, but was really easy without those blades, but I had to spice it up a bit, so I made it Kaizo instead. People complained a lot about the section in the beginning.
Yup, as a beta tester, I also complained a little bit about this section, and I think, maybe that was one of those I didn't complain about actively, but I think it was still nerfed with the blade's damage being minimized from regular lava damage to 1 or 2. Okay, this wooden pole over here is sleeping, so yeah, we're just gonna wake it up. There we go. You're just gonna pound it much seriously in the ground. Hey, wake up, you dude!
Explain how this works. So there's a tower height over there. Whenever you pound on the pole, or however those things are called, blocks, the tower slowly raises. So game tries to tell you to do it. It tells you to press the Z button on the pole.
Yeah, that's the actual reason for the Z.
And also the tower itself is raising. Like, amount of time I had to explain beta testers how it works is insane. Like, every time I had to add the extra telegraphing, people always still messed it up. So there's like a lot of things that tells you what to do here. And the final thing is to grab this epic thing and do a Bowser throw.
Yep.
And except throwing the Bowser, we are throwing Mario here. Oh,
okay, that's a little bit unfortunate. There's like an extra 1 pole in the level, or maybe 2 poles, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, thing is stuck over there, nice. But you can do it with this tower height, except it's a little bit tight. Also doesn't help that I play with keyboard, which means that spinning involves some, well, yep, trickery. So yeah, yep, I think that's a course clear. So this star is entirely skippable also with the spring skip that I showed in the beginning of the level. And by entirely I mean you don't get to see the gimmick at all, so bummer. Which is why I decided to play it intended. Yep.
The Fountain Factory. So this is the course where I finally started to stop getting any inspiration by anything. So my general plan for this is to take one of my favorite Fangames that I played at the time.
Oh, did I really mess that up?
And just take a bunch of gimmicks from I Wanna Be Genki With You and just put them into a Mushie64 ROM hack.
Yep.
So
We're gonna see weird additions in this one.
Is
Oh,
the
come
final
on.
boss.
Get it together.
I Wanna Be Genki With You. It's a fish boss, but I couldn't just put a random fish in it. I had to
Wait, that's a Fangame reference?
Yes.
I thought it's only the, you know, the meme reference that we're gonna see in a hot second.
Okay, it is
Just
obviously
wait
a
for
meme
it.
reference, but it's also a Fangame reference at the same time. I can't just reference a single thing.
God damn it. Okay, this just goes to show that this game has so many layers. Like, I'm not even gonna showcase everything despite the title of my category. And here's Joe. Yep. Speaks for itself.
Yep, that's true, Joe.
Yep, our community was crazy about Joe. Around the time that Serene Fusion was developed, it kind of started dying out around the time that it was released, so yep, we certainly cashed in on the meme. The thing is, SM64 people, aka Aguap, can make by being inspired by one big guy Fangames is out. Yup, and I'm so thankful for it personally. I don't know how many other people like catch the references, but even though I don't play I Wanna Be the Guy Fangames too often, I always enjoy what Aguap does to, well, like bridge the gap,
Yeah, this bull
make the reference. Yep.
absolutely stolen. I even took the sprite from Genki here.
Oh my
I was
god.
really lazy with it, but I
Did you-
did try to make them look 3D properly.
Did you also take the design? Because holy shit, this section is next level in my opinion.
I think so. I don't exactly remember how they work, but I think the look is pretty similar. And I'm pretty sure those slime things are also from Genki.
Yep, skip
Oh,
that
man,
third
we
one
skipped
because
the
it's
phase,
actually a bait. It's gonna send you into the quicksand. And that's this section. Anything is a Fangame reference, only I got... oh yeah, apparently I'm not persuasive enough to say that something is a Fangame reference even if I'm lying, but yeah, I suppose that's not the hottest topic of the day. Okay, let's actually stop hopping on innocent boo heads and actually, you know, use the path to get through the level. Okay, what am I doing? I can do this one. Yep, there are so many paths in this level, also in the original one, that, yeah, you can easily confuse yourself with the route, or also mix and match between the different rooms you want to do. Now, this crystal puzzle, yep, Aguap, your turn, because I... hold on. Am I still streaming? Hello?
Did the internet die?
Discord died, that's for sure. I think the stream remained, but I'm not really sure, so yep, I took a
Nope.
second.
It's gone.
The stream is gone, huh? Wait.
Well, no, stream is not gone, but you
Ah,
are
the-
not Discord streaming anymore.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I will have to pause, unfortunately, and press the start streaming button. Yep. Resolution. Nice. Of all things to be marathon work, then, yep, this, of course. Okay.
Honestly, I'm fine with this. That's not even not too bad of
I didn't manage to long jump. Nice. Okay, getting back to it. So at least your progress saves in this section. But yeah, Aguap, I was going to ask what the hell were you smoking when making this section? I don't know what this reference to, and I don't know how it
It's a
fits.
Genki reference.
Oh, it's still a Genki reference.
It's still a Genki reference.
Uh,
Here's a Genki reference.
At this point, you
Here's
could
a
have,
Genki reference.
yeah, renamed the course. Oh yeah, that's a very good way to put it. Everything here is a reference except the things that are not. Okay, I did a stupid triple jump over there, but it ended up working out, so nice. Okay. Yeah, nice
Are we
little
going to the
intermission.
top of the factory finally? Is it finally?
Yeah, finally. I don't remember what other star I'm missing, but since I don't, that means that's my only option because I don't want to do 100 coins just yet. Yeah, how do I do this again? Like, there's a little bit of a skip here, wall jump, so that you don't have to climb this intended, but yeah, it requires finagling with the camera a little bit because, of course.
Yeah, we probably should mention the Regional 74 course. You're right. This course is very similar to a Regional Super Mario 74 course, except it's actually an interesting course and not just a slab of triangles. Anyways.
Okay, well, here's this section where,
here.
whoops, I got thrown, but luckily there's a press out warp here. I suppose there's two things you can infer from press out warp here button. Either the section is going to be like difficult to understand and you need to reset until you understand the gimmick, or it's probably going to throw you in some way. At least it's clear enough about that.
These things are my attempt to recreate the black and white thing from Genki with the weird moving platforms.
This thing is drugs.
Yes.
Like what? Okay, now let's heed this sign. Don't panic jump. Why am I heeding this sign? Well, because this is what happens when you start walking on this bridge. Now, some people assume that don't panic jump means don't jump including at the end here. And they just don't. And they just fall off. Which honestly I find hilarious. But yep, that's what happens when you follow orders. You haven't seen that before? We can find a certain clip of 360 Crism doing it. I think Marv also mentioned doing it. Maybe we can find other people from our community. Ooh, trash compactor, that's what I'm missing. Yep, makes sense. It's actually kind of an interesting concept here. Unfortunately, I find it unfortunately. It's a little bit nerfed because originally it intended you to use the metal cap in a pretty creative way. Over here is just pass through the section properly. Here's the trash compactor. Sponsored by a bunch of twomps doing some random cycles and stomping. In the original version of this level, the idea was that the twomps are much more tightly packed together without space between them. And then you use the metal cap in order to avoid damage and survive through that section. Over here, yep, cap requirements were removed, but most of the idea remains.
I think it's about time for the hundreds. Am I right or am I right?
Yep, finally. These hundreds I particularly like because they're pretty quick. Most of them you don't even really have coin collecting, you just collect a few wines, kill a few goose here and there, and then a little bit of a nod to the original level. You get a bunch of boo coins from the boo coin switch. 26? Yeah, I think that could be enough. Yeah, I think that will be enough. Why did I not do the boo coin switch first? I don't know, the vanish cap is for later, but yeah.
Honestly, I kind of was a little bit lazy about the blue coins, or not the blue coins, about the hundreds. In general, it's just a padding star, just to have more content in the game. They're not particularly interesting, but...
I mean, fair enough. Also, listen to this.
Vanish cap theme.
Some people might be familiar with it. Just a couple of people overall, maybe. Especially a certain one in chat who I like watching for their playthroughs of a certain fan game called Taiwan Classic. Okay, that yellow coin just got stuck in the ceiling. That can happen if you spawn a coin and then it goes through a ceiling way too quickly before it loads its collision information and stuff like that. So I got thrown. Yeah, just kind of had to present the music here. Yep.
Yes, it is it is that song.
Yep, like Agap legitimately asked me to whether I know the source for this music from that fan game. But yeah, now we are getting to a minigame island, starting with a drawing level. And today I will be making a tutorial on how to draw a very nice something in order to pass this. Yeah, that doesn't feel entirely correct, so yeah, I'm gonna put it like this. Yeah, we're starting with the vertical ones, which is the easiest part, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of this.
Here's the question though, can you get a passing score with the thing you're trying to draw?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and that's what I'm going to try to do. If I don't manage, I will do a little bit of a... it's quite fat already, so yep, that's something.
No, that's a complicated part.
Yeah,
wow,
okay, it's a little
really
bit
good.
D-shaped,
Wow.
but I'm just gonna... Okay, yep. Now the easy part, you actually do the legs over here, or I mean the horizontal lines, yep. And then of course, vertical lines are once again the hardest thing in the universe. So, awesome, shout outs to them. And making my life more complicated. It's starting to shape up, I think we are almost there. Okay, let's check our progress. You're close, your current drawing is 61% accurate.
Not bad. Not
I
bad.
think at this point we are going for 70, so I'm gonna do my favorite trick here and just fill in the actual eye that is intended. If it doesn't work, I'm just gonna fill the edges a little bit. Yup. Apparently I was not good enough. You're close, your current drawing is 70% accurate, except I'm too fast, so yup.
It's a 4 time.
Alright,
There
there
we
we
go.
go. With a little bit of additions, 75% accuracy, we passed this thing, yep. So, I decided to do this completely on my own, the game doesn't register it as anything. The deal with this is that one of Agbap's, challenges that he just posed as a question to people is whether they can make an Amogus with a passing score over here, so I decided to turn that into a feature. Of the run at least. And now we transition into quite the shell section. It's kind of more chill than most of the levels I played recently, in the last few splits. So I will mention quickly, this is a reference to the total mountainside from vanilla Super Mario 64, and I'm also gonna branch off a little bit to mention, this level will be labeled as made by Link Crash, but as is the case with many levels, we discussed that during quote-unquote my level, there were a lot of touch-ups and maybe some of the custom gimmicks added by Aguap and sometimes the other competent hackers that worked on this ROM hack. So how do you decide how to add custom gimmicks or what changes to make to a level to make it
I
spicier?
can tell you what Crash sent me. Crash sent me a TTM slide. I'm like, well then, cool custom course. I wonder what I can do with it.
Oh!
So I just decided to take some Sonic references. So most of these references are from a game called Sonic Boom. Probably not a whole lot of people played it, but yeah, this is just lots of Sonic gimmicks packed together into a course. Mostly because that was just the most recent Sonic game I played. As you can imagine, I'm a pretty big Sonic fan. Lots of references are from classic Sonic games and just 3D Sonic games in general.
And yeah, Paro, you swim faster with a shell, except you don't see that too often, because in vanilla you can do that in Jolly Roger Bay, except I don't think many people care to do it because it's not required for anything. And it kind of has to be adapted kind of like it is here in order to be usable in any meaningful way. So the answer is yes, but...
The problem is that the shell itself also has a timer in vanilla, so while it is faster to swim with the shell, here it's more made like a challenge, so people will have to move with the shell, and they wouldn't be able to just stop and ponder on what to do. So it's supposed to be kind of like a... You have to have a quick reaction time test to figure out what actually to do. That was at least my intention for that section.
Okay, so this level over here, as you can see, quite intensive on the movement, not so much on the mechanics outside of the moving gears and so on. It didn't destroy me completely, which is the most important part. And now, Luigi, mic drop. It's over, I have nothing else to say. It's Luigi, you're free to do your reactions now. Well, we are gonna see Luigi in a little bit in the level, it's not just decoration in the overworld.
Yeah, this course was made by our big man, Rion.
One of the biggest.
He was infamous for making Mario and Luigi Duality Adventure.
Yep,
This
and
is
also...
basically a revised version of that course, I guess, kind of, with a lot more gimmicks and more refined platforming over the years.
And Rion also made Mario's Vacation course, which is one of the best casual ROM hacks to try out there. It's pretty different than most, because it's kind of... I don't know if I should call it Metroidvania style, but basically you start with no power-ups, you cannot even jump or do many of the Mario moves. But then you gain them through collecting stars throughout the game. Pretty cool gimmick. So, yep, in short, Rion ROM hacks, definitely something to check out. Now here's this section.
So we should talk about what is happening here. So those platforms, when you touch them, they start ticking down and then disappearing. And sometimes we have to take it to our advantage in order to progress.
Okay, here's the Jabu check. Am I playing on Jabu? No, I'm not.
Thankfully not.
Because otherwise we would get the Windows XP type of background glitching. Which is, oh my god. Do I actually... Yeah? I passed this section and then managed to fail it.
I think Mushi is just trying to showcase us that the checkpoints in this game exist. So even if you are like super duper casual, you won't have like too much troubles. But also, I would not recommend this as your first hack. You will have some troubles playing this. just saying. Like even though this game is like pretty lenient, has a bunch of checkpoints and things to help player not to get stuck.
Yeah, but it goes
in the same segment over and over again is not sometimes always fun.
But that also applies to other ROM hacks, because with them not having checkpoints and you going out of the level for each mistake that you make or falling off of the level, this is way more lenient and accessible still, I would say. You might struggle because of the difficulty, but at least you never lose that much progress, so you'll probably feel the game is fair and approachable. So yeah.
Tell that to all the reviews that told them that course 1 is too hard for them.
I mean, yeah, I kind of already made the point about course 1 with the tricks that it wants you to do. But the point still stands that if you fail the tricks, at least you can try again immediately, so there's that thing. And finally the epic section, which probably imitates Sonic way too well, because, yep, Asteroid Fall, Mario style.
I guess it is kind of a Sonic Adventure 2 reference of kinds with the dual rush.
Yeah.
But also, I don't believe that was the initial intention of Fiona to do it like this. But it is what it is.
And now, if you noticed closely, we got 2 stars for this endeavor because both Mario and Luigi went through this level, so yep, you get doubly rewarded here. Quite nice little detail, if you ask me. But you're failing to prepare for run sturdy. Oh, god damn it, that's right. Okay, now my failures will come to a peak over here, because here's Course 5 Abandoned Catacombs by Skullbuck Razor. This means 2 things. There's a lot of custom gimmicks to keep in mind, and also usually if you try to beat the level, or especially speedrun the level, you're going to have quite the difficult time, because it's just nuts. Can I set up for this? Yep, I suppose. I'm gonna do a little skip, which was found by Synologer while playing this level. This star can be even faster. For example, you can even skip the final hanging in this part over here and just do a wall jump and go for the very end. But it's quite difficult, so yep. Basically, if there are enough people to speedrun this game at a high competitive level, you're gonna be blown in a completely different way than with this run.
Yeah, I probably should also mention that the speedruns of this game are hell. Like there are a lot of strats.
Yup, exactly. Too high skill for, unfortunately. Which is why I'm also running this game to the extent of showing it. Because, in my opinion, it would be a real shame if no one tried to show it. Especially with the history that it has.
This game is pretty close to 1 hour. It's like 1 hour 53 seconds. And it is a pretty insane run by a pretty insane runner.
And while it could be faster, that's not to say that it's not a good run, it's just even more tricks are found out over time, and yeah, it just gets crazier the more we go.
Yeah, surprisingly enough, if you have some custom coding, you tend to find ways to break it. Who would have thought?
Yup.
But surprisingly enough, this game holds still pretty well as a casual game and not like completely breaks for just a normal play. Which I'm honestly happy with.
I messed up a little bit of a fast climb over here, so at this point it's probably worth to wait for the timed switch because I failed hard enough. Awesome. Okay, get the red coins, man. Yep. This might be one of the most involved red coins missions. The 100 coin mission just happens to like match well with it. But that's not to say that it's still not a bit of a ride throughout this level, or at least this section. Which, as you can see, is full with everything. For example, those hangable and moving platforms. Nice, I should have gone for a double jump there. Okay, don't get too many coins. And that's perfect. Unfortunately, I don't think there's much to say about a double star spawn here, unlike in Course 1. Because you need to get, I think it's a yellow coin a couple of specific frames after a red coin. You cannot just get red coin and spawn both stars immediately. So yeah, we're just living with that. Now let's see what I'm going to do next. I'm probably just gonna go with the skip and then I'm gonna go for
You probably should do
the other
Eternal
stars, the other
Tools
ones.
pretty soon. Because there's gonna be a special warp.
Yep, fair
Oh,
enough,
what
but I
the-
just wanted to
I
showcase
didn't know
this!
this skip existed.
Yep, Jarp told me about this skip. Of course, Jarp finds all the skips in wrong hacks, and yeah, the ceiling over there is just completely scrambled, so yeah, feel free to go through.
Nice skip.
Wait, do I even... I kind of... There's so many things in each corner of this level, because it's one of these types of levels, that I kind of forget where to go, but I think this is the way. Yep, should be this one. Like, when you make a map with 4 or 6 corners and then each one of them has a star to go for, then, yep, it's possible that you forget sometimes. That was even. Okay, I'm doing a little bit of a skip here as opposed to showcasing the hangable ceilings because I think I drove the point home already. And this is just cooler. Otherwise, you kind of have to make like 2 or 3 roundabouts among the different layers of the level to make it up there. And that is a little bit skippable.
Skullbuck in general tried to design this course to be in smaller shapes. So when you are generally trying to constrain with the size you can work with, it tends to be a little bit more skip heavy.
Wait, we don't go over there. Oh crap.
But I think in general it's better for the casual experience, so you don't have to like do a huge retry if you fail, and also it gives you a lot of freedom of movement to choose. For example, the star that Mushie is going for right now has like 10 ways to get the star, and all of them are pretty sure are valid.
Yeah, in my opinion, we are gonna get to the Rio section pretty soon, but in my opinion, this is where Scuttlebutt peaked, if that's the design she made, without any changes to the level model. Yeah, I'm trying to do one of the ways where I tackled this platform with wall kick Sergey. You can also, for example, take the other section to the left with the lower part, and then do more wall kicks later, but yep, this is a completely freeform experience. I suppose I will be showcasing everything here. Nice falling apart.
Pick
Oh,
what you find to be more comfortable from what you see, so you can just gauge this section and think about how can you do it, and pick what you find to be the most comfortable with the given options.
Okay, there
I
we
also
go.
probably should mention that, unlike SM64, this course in particular has a larger wall kick degree angles. I think it's like a 60-degree wall kick so you can get the wall kick off, so because this course in general is pretty wall kick heavy, I had to add extra angles for the better experience.
Yeah, I personally try to avoid that out of like personal principle, which is probably pretty stupid. I need to go up. Come on. But this time I did utilize the 45-degree wall kicks in the red coin section for the last red coin, and I think I just did it over here. So, yep, I mean, it's definitely good quality of life. I'm just probably wrong hack boomer, we could say. Okay, not stellar beginning to the boss fight, because facing the boss is not a good idea when you're coming over here. Or kicking the boss like that. Or maybe I should say ground pounding. Yep, ideally you do this in just one platform cycle, but yeah. At least there's not much danger in messing up and having to retry. And now for some pretty interesting sound effect with the echo over here.
So I assume now it's the tow time?
Yep, now it's tow
Or
time.
there's one more time. Okay.
Yeah, I do this because it's marginally more convenient to go from the toad to the next level as opposed to from the bottom of the tower. So, yep, there's a couple of
it's mostly
stars
same.
like toad stars. Yeah, mostly the same, but yeah.
Oh yeah, now it's time for the Kel.
Yep.
At least for the casuals, it's like must be one of the more tricky courses in terms of figuring it out, and it was made by one of the runners of this marathon actually.
Yep,
It was
this
made
course is
by
just
Denvik.
insane. Let's see. Caution, do not enter. This abandoned grade silo has been placed under a strict no-entry policy. Persons who enter may put themselves at danger and are liable for any damages that occur. So anyway, let's enter. Well, you can see that this was a one-way door.
For the top of the tower.
Okay,
Is
so-
that what they're gonna be doing here?
Wait, this tower has a top? Hold on, look at this. Yeah, this looks like the freaking endless stairs of Super Mario 64. I'm hearing some sounds, but other than that, I don't really have a confirmation that this will go well.
Well,
What?
I really hope it's gonna go well. Oh wait, the tower is getting darker. I wonder what's happening.
Ooh, nice. Oh, there we go. Press L to free. Okay. Okay, so now watch this. Yeah, I might be one of the only people who have thought of, like... Yep, I need to keep going down. Who have thought of keeping the map up while making Mario move in order to navigate through this section in a somewhat meaningful way. You see some red and blue arrows going on about up and down. You see some numbers about 20, 50 and 10 times. I'm not sure exactly how the development of this course went, but moral of the story, follow the arrows. Try to deduce what the red up, blue down means, and eventually you're gonna find your way out of this absolutely insane course.
I honestly prefer when it was a paint map put on the Danvik website, so you couldn't even see where Mario is. That was short times.
It was not even the DMVIC website, it was an image hosted on Imgur, so maybe it could have even been taken down if...
Oh, that's dope. Imagine
yeah.
if you wouldn't be able to beat a ROM hack because Imgur shut down.
Yep. Shut down the image specifically. But yeah, so this covers the entirety of Overworld 1, except for one detail that we are gonna get back to later. Here's a star that also has multiple ways to get to it, but one of the easiest is doing a wall kick like that. Probably easier for casuals to be just using the wing cap from a high point in the level, but yep, that's it. And now the second overworld out of the two in this game, which is Triarch Bridge. We have some time to talk about it later, but right now, more pressing issues await us in Super Mario Galaxy apparently. Oh yeah, by the way, stay tuned for my Super Mario Galaxy 2 plus Super Mario Galaxy 2 2 Super Mario Galaxy 1 run later today in the Sudoku block. I wonder what that is about. And I might already be
play this course in there, right?
Well, maybe they did, maybe they don't. You might see if you catch the run. I can only say that it's gonna be absolute bonkers. Okay, so, yep. I think I'm falling apart because this is not how I usually do secrets, but the important point is that I got them, so yeah. So yeah, you can climb on these, they're like discount exclamation mark boxes. If you mess up like this, it's a little bit more difficult, but yep, here's the casual way to get up there. You can click onto these bees also. So yeah, those are supposed to be some hornet nests. For some reason, if you break them, they explode. So, yep, quite a violent course. It also has some story.
It's a honeycomb. When you are trying to protect honeycombs from the, well, hornets, I guess, or kinda, I guess. I think there is an overarching story regarding why are those honeycombs there, but I honestly don't remember. I should have put more time into reading all these text boxes crafted by usernames.
Also, the jump with the kick over there, now, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but I'm kind of surprised I got it because every single time during practice end runs, I just kept missing it, so that's a good movement at least for once over there. Oh, and of course denied by the next platforms. Typical. So that's the purple jelly tower. Seems pretty obviously made out of bricks to me, but if you say so, then okay. That's how it goes.
It's just a very solid jelly. Like, you know, when you put a jelly out in the fridge, like don't close it.
Oh yeah.
You put it out, and it's gonna be really frozen. It's gonna basically behave like a brick.
Actually true, that's exactly the type of jelly that I hate, so yeah, that probably explains why I'm not proficient at it. Okay, and we have this guy over here, which we better save because this looks like a pretty distressful situation. However, you may not enter this tunnel because all security systems are enabled, and you will be burned to a crisp. And check this out. Okay, I was not actively trying to get hit by a fire, but it's quite likely in this section. Because of one main thing, not the flames themselves, but the fact that these holes have actual collisions, so if you try to wall kick in not proper ways, you're probably gonna bonk instead of successfully wall kick. That's the annoying part of that section. But there we go, that's how you enter prison. And
But yeah,
help a nice
probably
time to escape. Yeah, sorry.
I probably should mention in general that these courses, at least starting from now, were not present in the Fangame Marathon 2022. So this hack in general had extra content put into it after the marathon, mostly to have the more stars than 50 or like 47, whatever it was.
Wait.
Mostly because as a general rule of thumb, it's better to have more stars than less. So I asked for some extra creators to put in some more courses I can work on. Oh, that's
God damn it, is this going to count for the checkpoint? Yup, it counted, okay. So since I did not touch the platform down there while falling, but I still ledge grabbed this upper platform, I managed to still profit from the checkpoint and get up here almost as if I didn't fail. Good turn of
Yeah, the
events.
checkpoints work a little bit weird here. If you fall down to the blue platform, it will roll back roughly 8 frames, if I remember right, and it will put you where Mario was 8 frames before the last safe position.
Oh.
It's kind of a weird logic, but it works a bit better than if we just were to do it in a steady way.
Okay, what was... Oh yeah, I know what Star 6 is, but I suppose I started with the red coin, so we are gonna go on quite the journey here. This is one of those courses where it takes a regular amount of time to get the coins. There's no real, like, helpers here, the same as we saw in Haunted Factory with a bunch of blue coins, which means we've got some time to just explore the wonders of this level and the wonders of nature in general. For example, despite the claims of the media, many species of arthropod can pollinate flowers, including hornets, wasps, beetles, and some birds. Without us, you wouldn't have any allergies to complain about. Think about that. Thank you very much, then. Yeah, that's awesome, I suppose. Surely that's not a reason to hate you or anything. Okay, little useless thing over here.
We love bees here.
Yep, so a little useless thing here. I killed the piranha plant, but it's not actually part of the coin route. Because you see, I went out of its range, and so it deactivated before it managed to die and despawn and spawn a blue coin properly. So, yep. Instead it just respawns as if nothing happened with it. Super Mario 64, ladies and gentlemen. Was one reason to despise wasps.
Probably should also talk a bit about this course and this development a tiny bit. So, usernames is generally not okay.
Yeah, unfortunately there's more text. The hornets and hawks don't talk much to strangers. We honeybees do because we communicate the most, since we have to alert each other where humans plant your pesticides in your grapes. Speaking of which, did you know tarantula hawks use tarantulas to feed their young? They paralyze them and bring them to their den, lay their eggs inside, and the pups eat the tarantulas slowly, one by one. Nature is beautiful. You're welcome.
It indeed is. It indeed is.
Yeah, now I can talk about actual pleasant stuff like the development of this course.
Yeah, so I like working with usernames because usernames has a bunch of ideas, or spiders, you can call usernames spiders. They have a bunch of ideas that they don't know how to implement. So basically I'm the producer and the spiders is the director. He has lots of ideas and just tells me to do what. And we are just together communicating with each other and figuring out what to do. And for example, the next thing that Mushie is gonna probably show us is a direct result of that. So
The last star in this course.
Yeah. So Spiders has a very interesting idea about this, and I think we end up making it a pretty interesting deal. Although, where are you going, Mushie?
Oh, okay, that's the wrong way. God damn it. Yep, that's the wrong camera turn. Okay, now let's go the correct way. Yep,
Yeah.
because where could it be? Yeah, I wonder, this is basically the equivalent of a star with the name Secret Star, because of course it tells you nothing. However, yeah, it's quite interesting in how it was implemented. Yep, this
What
one...
Blue Hawk is about.
Yep, this one fellow we didn't talk to. You want a secret spot? I can bring you over there, yes? Let's check it out. Okay, are you kidding me? So that's a secret spot. Yep. And that's the secret star of this level. Quite funny if you ask me. So this was a collaborative idea, you say?
Yeah. Like, I placed the hawks, then the spiders had an idea to make a hawk that will just fly on like 3mm platform nearby it. And we just cooked together.
Oh boy.
Anyways.
And now this
welcome
level.
Welcome to the sphere course in this game.
Yep, the Golf Sphere. Unfortunately, this level is so short, when you do it right, we won't have time to explain the War of the Sphere levels of Super Mario 74. Let's just say they are some of the most influential, if not the most influential levels out there to be made or for other levels to base themselves upon. and it's just, you don't know what you're missing there. They're not even that good from a game design standpoint. Or at least they don't seem to have held up well over time. But yep, people are just infatuated with them.
The reason for the sphere to exist is because of one of the runners that will actually take part in the Fangame Marathon later, Phantom. Phantom really wanted me to add the sphere course in the Serene Fusion. After all, it's a Super Mario 74 like remake, quote unquote. And he said like, you must have a sphere course, and it better be a tilted sphere. So I decided to add a sphere course that has like infinite angles. You have all the freedom of choice.
Yeah, like the deal with the sphere levels is we started with the regularly rotated sphere, which was quite a platforming challenge. But then in the same ROM hack, the very next course is an upside down rotation of the sphere. Then in Extreme Edition we had sideways rotations, and then finally in another ROM hack from the same creator, who returned after like a 10-year hiatus, he decided that he should put a reference to the sphere levels because they're that influential and there's that many fans of them. Making some cube levels with a similar gimmick. The 7th cube was tilted, so technically the tilted sphere was kind of accounted for, and Agwab did the only reasonable thing with the sphere level there.
Basically, we love the rotations. We love making lazy courses that basically take like a one operator on the mesh. You just rotate it and you, boom, you get another course. Easy content, if you will.
Yep, game development secrets right there.
Anyways, welcome to this course. The gimmick of this course is the low gravity and the airlocks. So when Mario is changing his suit from a regular red hat to a blue hat and like a general blue outfit, he loses his gravity.
That's a pretty interesting way to put it, especially because low gravity is definitely a good thing in this course. What did I just do there? Okay, that's really weird. Whatever that was, bad idea. Don't do it in your playthroughs. Just use the platforms as they are put over there, because walking on ground, even in low gravity, is still your friend. That's my word of advice for this one. Looks delightful dioramas and looks Tiny Torture needed more sphere levels. About that. But yeah. Yeah, so this is how it looks like when I do it properly.
Oh, beautiful.
Quite majestic, if you will. Only angles here on the box, yep.
So I guess it's my time to shine with the lore behind this course. So
oh yeah, for sure, because I don't know it. I would like to know.
So when I was planning out how to add more courses to this game,
Wait.
I didn't really know who to ask for to make a course, so I just looked up one of the creators of the pretty huge collab, and they were really active in it, and I decided like, why not? Let's try out and give another creator a chance. So I found Luigi Man of War making some pretty nice looking courses, and that's how this course arrived. And this one is
nice looking course, but I hate this section. Because...
Yep, lots of casuals hate this section.
So I'm a casual, but yeah, I believe that was pretty well established by the rest of this run already. In any case, this is pain, because like the platforms are just high enough that you need to do these wall kicks to climb those platforms, otherwise you're probably not ledge grabbing those platforms, you just don't gain enough height. It's definitely something. You can experience the frustration for yourself if you play this ROM hack. Except you're gonna experience a lot of cool content also within this level and the other levels that you will end up playing. So in general, just play this ROM hack. I hope I made that point clear. Yeah, I think I could go for the red coins now, and then I can leave the hundreds for last, because I just have some allergy against the 100 coins, it appears.
I'm surprised you're not doing 100 coins with this stuff. Like after all, red coins give you 16 coins.
True, but as usual with Serene Fusion, there's enough coins in the level, and I'm actually doing hundreds with secrets. That's the other side that we're missing. I absolutely destroyed the cycle over here, so hopefully I can get on the platform still.
Yeah, there is so much leniency with the cycle. Like really, you can get red coins practically anytime. Although the speed of you getting the red coins is gonna be pretty dubious. As you can see here, Mushie struggling a little bit trying to grab all the red coins.
Yep, at least
you can also take an intended death because it will just put you on top of the planet, and the top of the planet is a pretty convenient spot to just jump down for the other red coins. Otherwise, this star probably would be hell.
And that summarizes it perfectly. I couldn't do it better myself. Not just playing the star, but also talking about it.
Just a couple more red coins for the victory here.
Yep, alright. Coming close there. Okay, that's a surprising respawn. That's probably a first.
Yeah, there's a proximity check from the distance over the planet, and if you are too far from the planet, the game will decide that it needs to put you in a different spot. Thankfully, it's not too far from the planet itself, so the recovery was pretty quick.
Alright, about to close in on this level with one final inspection of all areas, going for the 100 coins. Okay, I was waiting for this bonk to happen. I knew before the run, I knew in every single attempt that I did that I'm going to do this bonk and manipulate my RNG properly. Glad it happened during the 100 coins.
After watching the ending B all red coins run, I know that bonking is extremely important in Fangames, and similarly bonking is absolutely crucial for the speed in Super Mario 64 ROM hacks. We also need to have more types of bonks, like for example the glitchy bonk.
Oh, yep. I was just wondering what you're going to bring up, but glitchy bonk, that's something special.
But we also need to bring like bonk that will change your gravity, for example, or bonk that will flip the course upside down. How about that one?
Oh my god,
that would be a very insane gimmick.
The creative juices are flowing here. I wonder what's going to come out of it.
Yeah, we had to cook here, you know? Like after all, the grounds for making a new ROM hack is usually some other games. So why not take an inspiration from some of the more epic fan games out here? Anyway, so this room has lots of secrets in it. I don't think you can go here.
Yeah,
really?
but...
Okay.
Yeah, but sometimes if you believe hard enough... Yeah.
Yeah, this is a secret
And
room,
don't do that.
and it's most just a platforming challenge. There is one platform over here that you can control the height of, but
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure
that one.
Mushie is actually gonna do it.
Yeah,
Let's see.
as it turns out, you don't really need it, and thank god, because it screws with my head way too much, more than I'd like to admit. Okay, but question of the day is, do I have enough coins at this point? In this case, it might actually not be the case. 91, 96, 97? Oh boy.
Well, we can just grab a couple coins from Goombas out there.
That's
I see
true.
one Goomba.
Yeah, there should be 3 around here, but, well, still. Yeah, so I ended up missing line of 5 somewhere early in the level in the asteroid section.
Yeah,
Bit
thankfully
unfortunate.
it's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah,
We have
just
the
a bit.
backups here.
And now about to get out of this level. Which I don't mind, because we gotta talk about the Triarch that I promised earlier. That's what's coming up next. So here's this overworld. Unlike the first overworld, this one has red coins like most levels. So what about this course? I mentioned several times we went over like inspirations from 74 Extreme Edition instead of just raw 74, despite the remake being a remake of the original game. This is one of those courses, and it's put over here because it's basically the best content that Extreme Edition has to give. It's basically the post-game
That's
content.
not true.
Well,
That's straight up not true.
seriously,
The reason why this
there's...
course was put in is because one of the creators of original Project 74 said that this course is the best creation of theirs, and if this course is not
boy.
going to be put in, it's going to miss out a lot. So I'm like, okay, I'll just put this course in, but I will make it an all-world, because making it anything else other than the all-world is just a total failure. And so the gimmick here behind this all-world that when you advance to the courses, you are trying to color the Triarch properly. So for example, the purple course that we were before here colored in the purple colors, the honeybee course colored in like yellow colors and stuff like that. And when you advance through the courses that are in Triarch Bridge, you get access to the next course that you can try another color of the Triarch. And in the very end, hopefully we'll be able to remember how the Triarch actually looks and remove this noise and have a proper look of the course.
Okay, next up I'm gonna go to this yellow course over here. Don't miss out on
Yeah.
it. Okay,
Yeah,
there's just a bunch of platforms.
We probably should not tell anything and just shut up and let the people enjoy.
Yeah,
the
I don't think this
show.
jump is makeable, unfortunately, so I suppose I'm taking the banana peel. Some people, yeah, call this the best course they have played in this game or the best course they have played ever in Roblox. It's your call. I don't know how one can be so base to make such content without putting any gameplay content into it and make it feel so insane. The camera work is surprisingly impressive, exactly. Okay, and now
all
into...
the animations are also custom, so it's a lot of work.
And now into what I should call hell. So this is time travel ruins. It's probably gonna go badly. Why? We are gonna go through it procedurally and yeah, we'll see. Okay, very good start. Amazing start. So yeah, you can switch between time like this. That's the main gimmick of the level. Yep, it provides what it advertises. Yep, there's the secret. And I'll be trying to do this level non-stop. Using what Agwap addressed earlier, that in some of the courses you can retry if you meet certain fail conditions. Yeah, I'm gonna use and abuse that in this level in order to not only warp to the pool and move around faster, but also to prevent myself from exiting the level after collecting a star. Now this is very risky because if you fail, the level is gonna glitch miserably and now you have to straight up restart the game. So, yep, high stakes over here.
Probably should at least try to explain what is happening here.
Okay, you can go ahead with that. For example, just for the secrets, and then I'm leaving it to you. The X over here marks the spot in the future for the secrets, and then you get them in the present. About all the rest, yeah.
If you ever watched Modern Vintage Gamer, you know the common phrase, mistakes were made. And the biggest mistake of this course is the fact that you can control the fail condition in this course. When you have the mana juice run out, you will have an option to hold an L button to move to the closest pool. But here's the problem. When you get moved to the closest pool, game will change Mario's action to be just a regular jump. Here's the problem. A star grab animation, as which is gonna show here, is just a regular. That means if you can cancel it by holding the L button and warping to the pool, bam, you're not gonna get thrown out of the course. And this can be applied for pretty much every star in this course.
Yeah, I'm setting it up just to be safe because I knew I was going to mess up if I tried to do it any faster there. So yeah, unfortunately the music dies. Now is a good moment to also mention this is Cave Story music actually, as opposed to Maple Story.
You managed to kill the music, that's unlucky.
Yep.
I tried to make music not die in the recent patches. Like, my general opinion about patching the game, that if you mess up something, you just have to take an L and just accept it and try to work around all the issues that...
Oh wow, even the sound
like,
effects are gone.
Skip.
The Lucky to Kill also didn't produce a sound. Okay, that is unlucky. I don't think that usually happens. Not all the time at least. And yeah, here's the gear section.
I tried to make the music not die, but I guess Mushie managed to trigger some condition that actually managed to kill the music here.
Okay, I'm gonna like swap time here in order to make this particular jump easier. Still failed it, nice. But yeah, you can technically do this without switching time.
Yeah, in the present time the gears are moving, but 40 years from now on the gears become all rusted, so it is not possible anymore
Oh my god.
for them to move.
Actually no, I'm not gonna go back to pool because I'm not sure what's going to happen, so yep. A lot of health in this level unfortunately.
I'm pretty sure that the pools actually act as a checkpoint, so even if you were to hold L, it will just bring you to the closest pool.
That's interesting because I never touched that pool over there. So I just decided not to bet on it.
It's okay, we are throwing for the content here in
Yup.
order to make the estimate after all.
There's just so much content here. Okay, now I think all affairs in the bottom part of the level are done, so let's progress to this. We are going to ascend into almost heaven, I think.
Also, I have to ask a very quick question. You're not gonna do Wiggler with time stop, or non-stop, I mean, right?
About that, yeah, I am going to try because of a Wolf's request, so if something fucks up,
I
yeah.
suggest not even trying. Let's not even try. You can soft lock.
Yeah, it's
If you do- if you
volatile,
do-
I am
so
aware.
just don't do it.
But that way I cannot show the cool order for this thing. Okay, this time I'm working back to pool. It might be like half a second faster or something. Because I failed to
Okay, it's up to
do the
you.
skip over here.
At least get the hundreds before
I will.
attempting
I
the
will.
Wiggler with non-stop.
I got enough coins during the level in order to get the hundreds over here. So I hope this means a good RNG there because... Oh man. Okay, also this tree that basically didn't exist just grew up out of nothing 40 years in the future, which again, nature is beautiful. Now this allows us to go to this section where... Yep. Some pretty special wall kicks.
Thankfully, as I mentioned before, in any section where you need to do lots of wall kicks, the angles are added, so it's not nearly as hard as it may seem.
And now for this star, which is another pretty weird one and might contribute to the problems that Aguap is so scared about, which he is scared with reason, I'm just stupid. So basically if you press this switch, the gate will open in exactly 40 years of time. That's what the sign says, that's what we're doing here. And that's how you get this gate star. And now let's hope for the best. Because we have one star remaining out of this wild right in this level. There's Wiggler. I have one danger remaining here. I didn't manage to screw up the level so far, but the Wiggler himself might be screwed. Which we are going to check immediately. The instant star spawns always makes you think there's soft... Okay, Wiggler isn't even here, so yep.
I guess he's gone.
That's not how I exit the level, so yeah, unfortunately that's one level exit. Still non-stop for the rest of the level, so overall fine. So yeah, Wiggler's time explosion, now with music. This star is...
To listen to the cave story banger.
Yeah, actually. Well, about that, I'm not gonna get into it. But of course it's bangers. So yeah, here's a Wiggler fight. Nothing too big of a deal here. Whoa, what was that? I'm glad I switched time and avoided it. Yep. That dude is filled to the brim with some kind of explosives and it's crazy. The given here is that you need to switch time in order to avoid just complete destruction. You cannot escape this via time or space. You cannot just move around the rest of the level to avoid your death. You need the stream should say, I suppose.
Yeah, I think
It's
we're
Mario,
back
alright.
now.
Yep. Okay, so we are in the Stargaze medley over here, and I'll leave Agap to explain what's going on with this level, even though you're going to start noticing as I go through each section.
Yeah, this is basically an RNG hell. So there is a
Yeah, I can press L to reroll, I think that's where
layout
the
of
stream
the course
dropped,
gonna
so
be
yeah.
completely different.
So yeah,
So
that...
similarly to one of those bunch of games that are in the I want to be the guy Fangame category that uses pretty much similar gimmick. It's,
oh
same
god,
deal here.
that ending. Oh, nice. Nice. So yeah, a blatant run reference, I suppose, or that entire genre.
Ran reference, right. I don't know why I was blanking on that.
Well, luckily I remembered it, so here you go. And now we just start burning our butt with Infinite Metal Mario on lava cacti. That makes about as much sense as it sounds like. And
Yeah, those
dude.
are all these courses are reference to Star Revenge series.
Okay, so fun fact, if you're trying to get all stars, you're not supposed to enter the warp pipe before you grab the star. Oh god,
boy.
okay, that was the sign read of all time also. So, yep, now you're going to see the parts you missed. Everything is going entirely according to plan. At least this time I won't be grabbing the stars, so... Yep.
At least
Yeah.
we get to see the first section, so that's nice, isn't it?
Exactly, that's what I meant. Okay, so this section in particular was nerfed because it comes from a white Kaiser hack called Remnant of Doom, that one I just passed. And like the pyramids were slippery before, they were nerfed to be climbable, so it becomes a lot easier. Less of a reference to the original material, but still. Is this grabbable? No, I mean, technically Mario can try to ledge grab, but he's never going to succeed because the hole is too small. I'm way too scared right now, dude. Okay, second round. Can I do it first try again? Is the question, because apparently I need to prove myself like that. Okay. I mean, in theory there's enough cacti over the spread of the course in order to make enough use of them to advance to the end, but some configurations of course are too random and there's too many in one single place, and then, oh boy.
Yeah, this section was nerfed greatly in the latest update of the game, but Mushie is going hard here and playing on the buffed version, like the original version.
Wait, am I really not playing on the latest version? Okay, nice thing to find out right now. 1.2 or something I think I'm playing, so yep. But either way...
1.3 was the latest, but it's okay.
Alright, I wonder why that was, but... Oh well, we're here. And by here I mean James Bond. Or Mission Impossible, I don't know. One of these, but...
Team Fortress 2, what do you mean?
Yeah, they totally didn't steal it from... Yeah, anyway. So, yep, the whites are dead. Should have mentioned that. Now, the calm before the storm, because you get all the caps, and for this section you can just... Yeah. It's a pretty ominous place, reference to Star Revenge 5.5, where the entire home hack is like that, but it's the easiest out of the sections over here. And now, though, welcome! Look at this beauty. It's like a medley of all Kaze objects put into way different sections for you to try and navigate, hopefully meaningfully. I don't think this is a configuration that will work out. Yep, no.
Yeah, I think that's over.
This one might not be possible.
You can also try to go for the no-block glitch here.
Oh, hell no! I haven't tried that once, actually, so yeah, screw it, this is the easiest for me. So now, yep, you actually need only one red coin to get through this section. I would do a funny, but the trick over here is that you can also die and get transported to the middle immediately. So this level is way more bark and promise than it is bite. And that's the entire deal with it. And now, yep, the entire Triarch course restored, and we get the Bowser key for it. Which means we only have one more thing to do.
It's finally time to kick Bowser's ass.
Yeah, it's been a while. So, yep, another EE reference with this iconic set of platforms that appeared earlier when I got 1 star from each course in Overworld 1. Except we also needed the key to get up here, so yep, now is the best time to get into it.
Yep, and the final Bowser course is actually a medley of 3 other Bowser courses from Super Mario 74.
and you're not skipping it. Bowser is not letting you in through the main entrance, which was way too convenient to put over there. So, here's to the Bowser 3 section, or the finished parts of the Bowser 3 section of Project 74 by Arthur Tilly. One of the best looking, you might be able to recognize the style from earlier. Doesn't that do me good here? Yeah, wait, I need to get the platform from... Wait, do I? No, I need only one platform and it's from my section.
You don't
Actually.
have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the platforms in a hot second, because
So
here's
let me explain what's going on here. So each Bowser section has 2 red coins, and the middle section has also 2 red coins. So if you want to get a star, you need to get all 8 reds. But plus there are also a main objective, to get to the top of the course. And for that you need to collect the bubbles, which we're gonna see pretty soon. And that's
There's
a
one.
bubble, and you collect it. And when it bursts, and the platform appears. So we have completed 2 sections for now. I think we're gonna go for some red coins in the main section now.
Yep, that's the one of them. The other one is the last one that you have to get, basically, so yeah, we're gonna see it in a hot second. 5, 6 actually, is that correct?
That seems wrong. I think you missed
I'm missing 1 red coin in my section, that's embarrassing. So yeah, each Bowser course was worked on within Project 74 a different person, and then also Aguap did enough changes in putting the level together to make it so that we also have to count him as a contributor to this level. So not only the entire rock hack, but also this one singular level is an entire medley. Okay, that's the 7th red coin. Crisis averted. Kind of.
Kind of. Just a tiny slumber on the
As
path
much
to
as
victory.
possible. Okay, a little bit of an angle here. I hope it's enough actually. Doing a triple jump to skip it. I'm gonna add some more angle to that. And yeah, so the 3 platforms should form a pathway that allows you to get up there. Except this part, which is also an EE reference, allows us to do otherwise.
Unfortunately, Mushi is currently having a tiny
Skill issue. Yep. But enough of that. Yep. And now I'm gonna do the discount version of something that, when done in 74 EE successfully, skips a reclimb of the similar section and is called a sexy wall kick, colloquially. Okay, here's the star number 18. There we go. Yep, and frame, because I mean, I suppose it picked up, is what we would say about it. Okay, that's not a good flip, so yeah, let's do that instead. Some final platforms. And now, Bowser time!
So, the Bowser fight has 2 phases. And the first phase is basically a tutorial towards what's gonna happen in the second phase. So your objective here is to use Bowser in order to put him inside the bomb. And when the bomb will appear out of translucency, it will explode Bowser. And you have to do it 3 times, just like in vanilla game, except this time we don't have to do any throws. We only
Okay,
have to
now the third bomb, that's the
manipulate
important one. Can I predict? Yeah, I don't have the best feeling about this, but okay. I had this under control. And now, the best part of the Bowser fight, which also gives you coins to be lenient because I was going to die because I'm not watching what I'm doing. But yeah, avoidance time. In true
Yeah,
Bowser
we
Aguap
also-
style.
We also got the leaks here. Isn't that lucky?
Where's the... Oh my god. Okay, this usually doesn't happen, but yeah, we're just gonna get an extra round of avoidance for it. Which I'm sure the fans are going to like.
She's continuing the trend of having a skill issue in Bowser fight. So
Yep. Thank god the Bowser fight doesn't involve throws, which is exactly the reason why Aguap is making those custom Bowser fights. And to be honest, he's winning with each of them.
so we have 5 phases to choose from here, and the phases that attacks to choose from here. Just 5 colors. Mush is gonna show us probably 4 of them, unless he will skill issue one more time and manage to miss the bomb.
I don't plan to. Let's see. Okay, I don't think I've seen one in like centuries, so... I haven't seen this one. Okay, there we go, we have English. So yeah, I don't know if this is the rarest one or something, but... Well, that makes it for the Bowser fight. And now, the most epic final speech. Man. Okay, so time for the run is on Big Star Grab, but there's also the credits to go through, which, yeah, I would like to go through, of course. Time. So yeah, also they're going to speak for themselves, but a few shoutouts to the Fangame Marathon community for allowing us to present wrong hacks like this, for asking basically to have a blind SM64 game over here, and then to Agua for organizing this and making it into completion, and that way also carrying the kind of dying body of Project 74 to some reasonable state, where people can enjoy those awesome levels that we all worked on. I also do a little bit of a special shout out over here, kind of shilling the SM64 ROM hacks mega pack. If you enjoyed what you saw, then make sure to play this ROM hack and also check out the other ROM hacks in this mega pack, especially the casual ones, in order to well, get started with your SM64 ROM hacks journey. It will be a pleasant experience, I promise you. I cannot think of much else more specific right now, so you can add anything you want, Agua.
Sure. There's also an Easter egg in the credits. You can have some.
Can I?
You can have some segments here moving around. For example, the tilted sphere that we weren't able to showcase properly can be shown in the credits now, and the time can be switched in the Robert course. So I hope Mushie is gonna show up that.
I'm going to try. I hope the version is ripe enough for that.
I think it's available from the very start. Or rather, I was too lazy not to patch it out.
I think I'm thinking of the drawing course, which is not interactive, and I think there was at least an idea to make it. So yeah. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's the time switch.
And I think the sphere course is coming up in like 2 more courses, so...
Here's Triarch again, in Centaur Gory. Yeah, shoutouts to the FM Race crew, aka the Blind Tracers, who also doubled as amazing playtesters, after which the game was developed to be even better.
And of course, shoutouts to Fangame Marathon again for accepting our community and letting us showcase some of the content we can produce. There it is. There's our sphere.
Yep. So yeah, I would say, even though that's a little bit of like self-credit, but good job to both the Project 74 team for the original level they made. There are actually more Super Mario 74 remake levels that exist out there in 2 other ROM hacks. I will leave it to Aguap to decide if he wants to mention them at the end.
Yeah, they are called Phenomena and Super Mario 4. But yeah.
Yeah. But, and also to the DCOM gang who made the original levels for this ROM hack with custom gimmicks. In any case, thank you guys for watching, and you can see me with another run starting the Sudoku block later, and also stay tuned for the single star tournament of Super Mario 64 today, where there will be a lot of skill on display. So yeah, keep watching please. Nope. That would be a sign out.